All right, thank you. Once again, we have Coach Tad Boyle here with us and Tristan Silva and Julian Hammond III. Coach, you can go ahead and give an opening statement, and then we'll open it up for Q&A.
First of all, let's credit UCLA. They're a hell of a team. They played well tonight. They made plays down the stretch like they usually do, and they beat us. I was really proud of our guys' fight and the way they scrapped, and I believe in this team a lot, and I was really pleased with our effort. Obviously not the result. Never pleased with this result, but it was a frustrating game, obviously, on a lot of fronts. But our guys fought, and that's all you can ask as a coach.
Okay, if you have a question, please raise your hand. Start here in the front with Pat.
Pat Rooney, Boulder Daily Camera. Tad, was it the foul discrepancy in the second half that got you so fired up there at the end?
Look, obviously I had a disagreement on multiple occasions tonight. That just is part of the game. But the one thing I'm going to do for these guys, I'm going to fight for this team when I feel like they're fighting for us and they're fighting for Colorado across their chest, and that's what I did. Look, we didn't lose this game because of officiating. We lost this game. Amari Bailey was terrific, for UCLA. He played I think his best game of the year. I'd like to see a better one that he's played, but he was terrific. Jaquez and Campbell did what they did. UCLA is a good basketball team. They're well coached. They're tough. It's frustrating that, to me, the difference in the game was our inability to get to the free throw line. Okay, our inability to get to the free throw line was a difference in the game, and our turnovers, because when you drive on UCLA, they are very, very active with their hands. They are very active with their hands, and they got their hands on a lot of balls, and we had 15 turnovers. They had 9. So the activity with their hands on drives and our inability to get the free throw line, I thought was a big part of that game. And take away the 4 points they got on me, it was a 7-point game. So our guys, again, they scratched and they fought and they clawed, but we couldn't get to the free throw line.
Third row in the middle.
Jason Morris, Independent. Coach, a tough night for Neek. Just really couldn't get it going. But it's, you saw Jalen and Ethan play like it was their last game playing college basketball.
I hope it's not their last game.
Touch on kind of the impact you lost with Neek's tough game, but then what Jalen and Ethan brought on.
Yeah, I mean, Ethan's really played well. I thought Jalen defensively, again, yesterday against Brooks and even today against Jaquez, gives you everything he's got. And I thought those guys gave us really good minutes. Our bench had 20 points at halftime. That's pretty darn good, production off your bench. So those guys really gave us a lift. Yeah, Neek, it wasn't his best game. He struggled last night, but, Neek's he's an important piece of this team. But it's not about who wasn't on the floor. It's about who was on the floor. Jalen and Ethan, I thought, in this tournament and certainly down the stretch this season gave us what we, when we recruited those guys, we weren't recruiting them to be like starting high production guys. They were supposed to be like, role guys that could come in and give us a lift off the bench, which they both did tonight. And I think they really accepted their roles well this year. And again, I love both those kids. They really fit into the culture of Colorado basketball, what we're all about. And I wouldn't change it with either one of them. So I was proud of them.
Second row in the middle.
Sydney Pulitzer with ScoBuff Sports. Can you guys kind of describe the emotions in the locker room after this game and also just overall going into this tournament?
I mean, it's obviously disappointing to lose because, we have high expectations regardless of how our season went. But, we came in here knowing that, okay, we got to win one game at a time. And, when you lose and you get knocked out, it's obviously disappointing.
Yeah, I'll tell you the same thing. Disappointing. We played them 3 times now, and I feel like every single game we were right there. We could have pulled it off, and it's always just it kind of sucks coming back into the locker room and be like, we could have done this, we could have won, we could have pulled it off, but in the end you didn't. So that's how it is right now, and we're probably trying to look forward to another tournament and take one game at a time. But for now, it's disappointing for sure.
Brent Brigham from the Denver Gazette. What was the key to getting so many guys involved from behind the three-point line tonight?
Sharing the ball. I feel like that's a big thing for us. Not having an agenda, just playing together, playing as a team, playing inside out, all that stuff. And then if you hit the right man, that's wide open. All of our guys can shoot. All of our guys can knock down shots. So today we had good looks and we knocked them down.
And then whenever the season does end today or, after another tournament, how invigorating is it going to be knowing what you have coming back and what you have coming in as you do turn the page?
I've said this multiple times this year. I've never been more excited about the future of Colorado basketball than I have been this year. And the future is, these guys, these two guys who hopefully will be back. I mean, Tristan will make his decision as he goes through the spring, and Julian will be a junior next year. So I love this team. I love our guys. I felt like this season we let way too many small opportunities go by the wayside, and that's disappointing, and we have to learn from that because, there's two kinds of pain in life. There's the pain of discipline. There's the pain of regret, and sometimes these guys don't like the pain of discipline, which is practice every day and bust your tail and get in the gym and get in the weight room, and that's the pain of discipline. The pain of regret's with you the rest of your life. And for three seniors, Cody Maines and Ethan Wright, Jalen Gabadon, they came here to win. They came here to go to NCAA tournaments. They came here to compete for championships, and we fell short of that this year. That's on us. We have to look ourselves in the mirror. Now, hopefully we get a chance to play again next week in the NIT, and if we do, we're going to take that opportunity. We're going to run with it, and because that's a heck of a springboard to the future and what it holds. I think down the stretch here, Julian Hammond here, what he's done the last 2-3 games, has really given me hope and excitement about his future and what Luke O'Brien's done since Javon Hadley went down. I mean, he's given me really hope and excitement about the future. We know what Tristan can do. We know what KJ can do. We got a lot of guys coming back and hell of a recruiting class coming in. So Colorado basketball's not going anywhere. And I'm going to fight for this team and fight for this program as long as I'm the head coach and do whatever I feel like I have to do to help us win and win big. And we didn't do that this year. That's on me. It's on us. We got to handle it. We got to deal with it, and we got to let it fuel our fire. Hopefully as we go into the NIT next week, or if we don't, then going into next year.
Third row middle.
Coach, 3 times this season you've had UCLA on the ropes right where you want them, and you just can't seem to get over that hump.
Yeah.
Do you attribute that to a lack of a veteran presence, or this team really isn't there yet?
No, I just think Jaime Jaquez and Tiger Campbell, again, they are special. They're special players. And when you have Amari Bailey do what he did today, I mean, he made a play, when he drove left to right. He's left-handed. He drove left to right. We got him to miss, and he hit the floor and went right back up and tipped it in with his left hand in traffic. I'm like, holy cow, that is a big-time play by a big-time player. So, he has, 26, and then you got Jaquez and Campbell. I just think UCLA has players that make plays down the stretch. They lost 2 league games. There's a reason why. They got players that make plays down the stretch. We've made plays down the stretch. We did it yesterday. These 2 guys made plays down the stretch against Washington, but UCLA makes them game after game after game, and they got toughness and they got resolve. And so sometimes you just got to say those guys were better than us, and that's what's happened the 3 times we've played them. We've battled. We've been right there, but they've made plays down the stretch. And, they turned up the heat in the beginning tonight. I thought we handled it well. I mean, you shoot 51% against UCLA. They're one of the best defensive teams in the country. Forget about our league, in the country. And we shoot 51%, and we're pretty darn efficient. We just couldn't get to the free throw line. And when we did, we made them, but didn't get there enough.
2 last ones. One on the end here.
Over here, Ben Parker, Rivals.com. Just kind of from my perspective, I think I speak for a lot of people in here when I say this, that
seems like you guys have built a really strong, good, quality culture at Colorado. Just what's been the key to sustaining that culture, and then for the players, just kind of touch on that as well.
I'll start. It's about recruiting great kids from great families who have high character, that are trustworthy, and that work their tails off. Those are our three core values in our basketball program. We're trustworthy. We do what we say we're going to do. You know, we're honest with ourselves. We're honest with each other. We got high character, and we work our tails off. And there's sometimes that work ethic piece. We got to address that a little bit. I think, I really do. But that's why our culture is what it is. That's why we don't make excuses. We don't blame anybody other than ourselves when things don't go our way. And I'll let these guys add anything they'd like.
You know, we come in every day, we work hard, but I think a big part of it is that, like, a lot of our players like each other. Like, we do stuff off the court all the time together. Like, we're a very close team. So even when we're going through these slumps and losing games and having a hard time on the court, like that won't affect how close we are or cause conflict off the court or anything like that. So I think that's special.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. In all the 3 years that I've been here, it's not just, you know, your teammates or something like that. It's just it's more than that. It's really a family. It's like your closest friends are on the team, and you know, the people that I hang out with the most are on the team, and that's not even always on the court. It's off the court as well. So.
Last one in here in the front.
Pat Rooney, Boulder Camera. Julian, Tad just mentioned the 51% shooting. You guys hit 10 threes. I'm sure you'd have taken those numbers going into this, but you know, how much did the turnovers in the second half as a team really kind of limit you and, you know, make you unable to get over the hump?
No, yeah, the turnovers hurt. We had what, 14, 15, something like that. But that's obviously too many. Our goal for a game is 11, and some of them just hurt more because they were in times when we needed a good shot. We needed to at least get a shot up to get offensive rebound. Maybe the shot goes in. So I think those turnovers just came at the wrong time, basically, trying to force things, and we got sped up a little bit, and it hurt.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it.